I mean, what's that? There you go. There you go. Play the song.
Dave, now that you know the makeup games and the schedule, how does that impact your preparation as a staff and change, let's say, your day-to-day now that you know the outlook for the next?
Jeff, you know, the way the schedule is put together, we really won't alter a whole lot. It just gives us an opportunity to be able to, to do a little bit of longer range planning, as you know what the month of February looks like and how that all comes together. And it's a pretty typical rhythm going down the stretch. In the last 3 months, you're playing nearly every second day. The thing that I see in there are some opportunities to have some practice days. Those work days are obviously a little bit shorter, but there are some opportunities in there for some good quality practice time along with a lot of rest. Yeah, we'll make a final decision after morning skate and once he gets off. But he's progressed really well. Had a good day yesterday, so like I said, we'll make a final decision here coming up. But things look positive for him.
Do you think Carson Kuhlman might make his debut tonight?
Yeah, well, he'll be in the lineup tonight. So beyond that, in terms of spots and combinations and things like that, we're coming off optional morning skate, so it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to disclose the rest of the combinations, but he will be in the lineup tonight.
As far as other changes, you're looking to make any more? Like Alexiak, is he available? And then are you going with Ruby in that?
Again, Jamie missed practice yesterday, so we'll make that final determination on him later today. I would expect most likely that he's not going to be available for tonight, but Gruby will go in that. Well, there's not a whole lot different. There's not a lot of difference in our performance on Monday than we've had in previous games for the most part. In my opinion, on Monday we responded well. To being down by a goal a couple of times, and we were able to push back. Probably the biggest, piece as we went through that game is we didn't change our game going through the third period. We continued to push. We continued to play, pretty reliable and intelligent hockey. As you go through that stretch, we needed a couple of good saves from Gruby, and we got those saves, and that pushed us into overtime, and then. The outcome is the big difference, but for me, it's staying with it through the entire 65 plus minutes, and then making a couple of plays. Right, we made a lot of plays in overtime. They didn't result in the game winner. We made a couple of plays, both our goaltender and and then the goals that we scored in the shootout to get the extra point. We're a work in progress in that identity. We see it consistently. Every night we're seeing the identity. The completion of the 60 minutes has not been where we want it to be. There are pieces that we need. We need to improve in terms of who we are and what we're doing every night. So we're making progress. Let's be blunt. We're not happy where we're at, wins and losses, with the results. But in terms of the building process, we're making progress. There's no question.
If Geeky is able to come back, how big of an impact will that be on your offense? I know goal scoring's been a little tough the last few games. He kind of flies a little bit under the radar, but what kind of impact would him impact?
Yeah, as you look, through his year in terms of point production, he hasn't been on the high end, but he does, he adds, a two-way playmaking centerman, and so he generates offense, with his ability, with some of his thought process. So for me, the biggest thing with him coming back is what gives him success is having that puck. get the puck, he's got to be ready physically to get into those, some of those battles and grind it out and come up with some of those 50-50 pucks in hard areas. And there's going to be a lot of those hard areas tonight. So that's going to be the biggest key element for him coming back into the game. That'll allow him then to do the things that he's good at. We were pretty good in that area. We were better. We've been in spots, and we've worked hard on the forecheck in most of our games. The results. We haven't been as cohesive as we need to be. Monday we were good. We have to be harder and more physical. That's just one thing we have to grow into as a team. There's got to be more sandpaper to it. But in saying that, we came up with a lot of pucks on Monday night, and more importantly, we were able to turn those into good offensive opportunities. So, that's another key point for us tonight against this team. We've got to be able to get in and make them defend in their own zone. Okay, thank you.